Dustborn is one of those games that I just assumed would come and go like so many other generically bad games do.
Yeah.
We'd have our laughs and move on from it. But for whatever reason, it keeps sticking around and keeps making news because there are so many defenders in games journalism trying to prop this game up. And it's got to make you wonder, why is that? What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Smash JT. Today's episode, we're going to be talking about the Gamer.Knows article defending Dustborn, interviewing the known racist CEO Ragnar Tornquist, and how this game is
How are we allowing like them sort of people to get in position of power? They're literally racists. Documented, well-known racists. Like, what the fuck is going on, bro? Like, what's that? Seriously, like.
Completely misunderstood, and this game company, Red Thread Games, is just dealing with so much backlash from these awful, evil, mean gamers. They're just trying to destroy this game. Instead of taking any accountability for their actions, they're taking tax dollars and then blaming you for the failure. Hit that subscribe, give me a like, and check out SmashJT.com for the full article breaking down Gamer.Know's damage control piece and attacking gamers and trying to tell everyone why Dustborn really wasn't that bad. It's just completely misunderstood. And we should probably take the CEO's word for it because they're not going to be biased. In a recent attempt to deflect from disaster of Red Thread Games and its controversial, to put it nicely, CEO Ragnar Tornquist, an article was published to run full-on damage control. And oh boy,
Jesus Christ.
Is it definitely something.
Don't need
Gamer.Know published the article titled Dustborn Dev Opens Up After Brutal Launch. Caught us completely off guard. And in it, rather than addressing any of the real issues behind the backlash against Dustborn and its creators, the article instead bends over backwards to frame the critics as irrational. And
yeah, see, this is what they fucking do. It's like £7 on Steam. I'll definitely check it out then for sure. Just because it's £7. No, I'm joking. I'll check it out. But you see, this is what they fucking do. This is what they do. Unbelievable. It's the game is poor. Gamers are shitting on it because it's poor. And they go in and attack the gamers instead of address the problems or make the game good. At least try and do something. They blame the gamers and the critics. They go, "No, they were too harsh." Huh? Shut the fuck up and get back in the lab and do your shit. The reason is they got these agenda-driven writers, agenda-driven people in there that are like looking to push their agenda. It's not about the game then. It's about the fucking pushing of agenda. Like, it's literally, fuck the gamers. This is the agenda we're going to do. And if they don't respond to it positively, any negative feedback will either be banned or we'll attack them. We'll attack them back and say, it's your fault. The game is good. You just don't know how to enjoy games. That's the sort of conversation that these sort of psychos are going. Like, what the fuck?
Conveniently, always sidestepping any of Tornquist's documented problematic behaviors, like when it came out from a very old post in 2015 exposing him to be an extremely anti-white racist, where he didn't want to hire anyone who was white in his company and was trying to diversify naturally. In Norway, where it's like 87% white people, but he wants his entire office to not be that because it's boring. The article paints a sympathetic portrait of Tornquist, presenting him as the victim, yeah, that thing again, of baseless conspiracy theories and undue harassment from the gaming community. Right from the start, the tone is set with the line, "It caught us completely off guard. We were very surprised by the extreme reaction to the launch." So apparently, this game that is clear propaganda for training people to be Antifa Simulator, as many people have started calling it, is just very misunderstood by the community. And we should just go along with it and not reject it wholeheartedly because at the end of the day, Red Thread Games is just a game company, guys. They're not trying to push any kind of propaganda. They're not being propped up by governments with your tax dollars or anything like that. No! Throughout the entire article, he sidesteps the fact that Dustborn's narrative blatantly incorporates ideological messaging, with a story centered around fighting a fascist regime and the use of pronouns beyond he and she. Yet the
this is what they do. This is their fucking agenda. They want to do that. Why? Babe, why is the raw light off? Did you turn it off? Maybe you turned it off. Maybe turn it on. Maybe turn it. Or didn't I have it on? I can't remember. I can't actually remember. No.
The article frames the criticisms that people have had as nothing more than reactionary noise because they want to further create a divide between the game companies and the gamers. They want to portray an image that it's the gamers that are the problem. They focus heavily on that every time something goes wrong, so that when investors or governments come to them saying, hey, this isn't making any money for us, what went wrong? Hey, it's not our fault, it's the gamers. Tornquist laments that people have twisted everything they say with quote-unquote malicious intent, going so far as to accuse detractors of creating a narrative that Red Thread Games is quote-unquote corrupt and making propaganda. This kind of victimization is par for the course with these kind of studios when they get caught up in the culture war. But what's missing from the picture is any acknowledgement whatsoever of the actual real reasons why gamers are upset about Dustborn. And spoiler alert, it's not because you made a good game and we just want to be mad at you because gamers are just terminally online and angry. No, it's because the game itself is just not that good. And what you did with the tax dollars to create it and creating a propaganda machine that this game tried to turn itself into is wholeheartedly rejected by gamers. And ultimately, at the end of the day, that's the reason nobody wants to play it. Throughout the entire article, the narrative is to shift the blame onto the gamers. It constantly tries to blame you for the failures. Ragnar stated, we are a tiny studio.
What a bunch of
That's
shit.
why it feels so blown out of proportion when we experience so many attacks and conspiracies. It takes a toll. Attacks like your developers attacking people on Twitter for daring to question if it's an asset flip, or attacks for you only wanting to hire people of color because you don't want white people working at your company. These are attacks to you when people are literally just pointing out what's actually transpiring. It's been really tough to deal with this. We're used to people not liking our games, which I gotta stop there and say, perhaps you're in the wrong industry. If you are a CEO of a game company and you're used to people not liking your games, kind of sounds like a you problem. But we appreciate well-argued reviews, even if they're negative. No, you don't. I am casting doubt on that right off the bat, because I would say I reviewed you, Ragnar, and came out saying you're an extreme anti-white racist. I don't think you really appreciated that, because that's the truth about who you are and the conclusion that I came to in my own humble opinion about it. But I'd like to think, based off of just anyone in general, you don't want that getting out there, and you wouldn't appreciate that, even if it is the truth. The difference here is the massive amount of negative feedback from people who have never played the game and never will. They just jump on the bandwagon of those making videos. That, by the way, everyone, is textbook gaslighting. Oh, you haven't played the game, so you're just, being a drone and listening to these YouTubers that are telling you not to play it. I have not played the game. I have watched Madame Savvy's almost entire playthrough. I've watched Hypnotic's almost entire playthrough. I've watched Kilted Cajun. I've watched a lot of other YouTubers play this game. And it's not like it's an action-adventure game where you're constantly moving. You need to figure out the controls and the quick movement and to really feel a part of the world. No, it's an interactive movie game. You don't need to necessarily hold the controller for this type of game. You can get the full-on experience by watching someone else play it and say, the hell would I want to play this game for?
Yeah, but it seems like you're not playing the game then. It's perfect for watching. And it seems like the people that they're watching, they're not liking. So it's simple as that. Why are they taking it personal and then attacking the people back for their opinion? Like, what the fuck is this?
You've played it. Would you recommend the game to others? No.
So
no. Well, that's it. Don't get upset that no one wants your product. Go back to the lab, make a better product. It's as simple as that. This is the society we live in. Not a dictatorship where you get to tell people what to like. I'm sure that's how a lot of these people would love the world to be. But unfortunately that's not. That's like fascism. That's bad. We don't want that. Do you know what I'm saying?
So telling people that they need to play the game before they form an opinion about the game is gaslighting in its purest form. It seems like people twist everything we say with malicious intent. They've created a narrative that Red Thread is corrupt and making propaganda. But the fact is that we've made a game we want to talk about and share with others. It's not for everyone, and they don't have to play it. There we go.
What's the game called? Dustborn, yeah?
The
Let's have a look
line,
on Steam.
hey, if you don't like it, it's...
Let's just have a little look on Steam. And have a little look on Steam. Yeah?
Alright, here we go.
Not even interested in that. Mostly positive. Oh, these are all negative. Good. What's this? Oh, the guy wrote an essay. There is plagiarism accusations towards this game. Whether that is true or not, that is unclear. But if that is something taken serious, you should probably stay clear of the game. Damn. And it seems like a lot, maybe a lot of negative reviews have been taken away. Why are they saying mostly positive when I'm seeing mostly negative? There's a few positive ones here that they're highlighting, but here on the side is overwhelmingly negative. Negative, 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 negative. Would you recommend it? Negative, negative. Look, negative. It's negative. Why have they manipulated the... to me it seems like it's mostly negative, look. That's a bit strange, look. I would say that's mostly negative. Look, I'm going down for so long. Look how long I had to go down to start getting the good ones. This game is not for everyone, so don't recommend it. I'm joking, but yeah, to me that seems like it's mostly negative, to be honest. I played the full run of Dustborn, so you don't have to. It's one of those. Fuck that. Not interested.
Alright, here we go.
What's weird is why do they have mostly positive there? I find that suspicious. That's suspicious.
It's not for you. Don't buy it. Don't play it. You know, I mean, make up your mind, Ragnar. Is it you need to play the game to make up your mind, or you don't need to play it because it's not for you? Because these things you're saying directly contradict each other.
Yeah.
It's also tiring. The same narrative that we've seen time and time again in the game industry. When the game fails, it's never the developer's fault with their missteps or misguided creative
These
decisions. No. It's always because gamers are toxic, and yeah, the whole gaming community is just terrible, and that's why our games don't sell. But then we're going to go back and develop more games for the same community that we hate. In addition to all the blatant disregard for addressing valid critiques, the article conveniently glosses over the financial support that propped up Dustborn from the beginning. Red Thread Games received 14 million in Norwegian krones from the Norwegian Film Institute, which, by the way, I covered that in a previous video, and I don't know, I found some connections between Ragnar and the Norwegian Film Institute that were just, I don't know, I feel like they rub shoulders a lot. They're buddy-buddy with each other, and they have some backroom deals from the looks of it. At least that's my opinion from the research that I did. I cannot prove this kind of stuff, but it just is, I don't know, convenient that they get this kind of money for that kind of game. They also received 150,000 euros from EU grants. Despite these significant government subsidies, Tornquist and his team have yet to deliver any kind of commercially successful title, relying instead on taxpayer money to fund their propaganda. Hysterically, the article states, one of the rumors circulating about Dustborn is that Red Thread receiving funding from the US government. That is false. As if that statement itself somehow cleanses them from getting tax dollars from other countries. Like, okay, so this is confirmed they did not get U.S. tax dollars to fund the game. Okay, you still got it funded with tax dollars, though. It doesn't matter where the tax money came from. The problem is you created a game and you don't even care if it sells because you got your money already up front. In the end, Gamer.no's
What's this
article...
about? That screams agenda. Government agenda as well. Oh, this is suspicious. to say the least.
Had done nothing but play PR mouthpiece for a studio that refuses to face its own beyond obvious failures. Dustborn didn't flop because of conspiracy theories or hate mobs. It flopped because it's a poorly made, ideological driven game. And I use the term game ever so loosely here. Created by a developer more interested in checking diversity boxes than crafting something genuinely compelling.
That's what it's about, yeah, and that's what it seems to be about. It's like tick the diversity boxes and fuck the creativity and the innovation and actually the enjoyment of the game. Fuck all that. It's about the that made me jump. It's about the diversity ticking boxes. That's bullshit. Who is she?
This is Fado.
Sick. Beautiful. Can you hear it? Gotta go, Siege is calling. Let's go, Father. I appreciate you for popping in. Thank you for chilling in this stream. We stream daily on Kick Fathers. But I appreciate you, my brother. I appreciate you. Wow. Wow. Wow, you hear that? Send me it, I want to watch it. Appreciate you, my brother.
Audience, and no amount of hand-holding from sympathetic media outlets is going to change the fact that the game sucks. It's not gamers, they're just haters and being a hate mob and trying to come down on you guys because we just want to hate something. It's because we don't appreciate a game getting made with tax dollars that is straight up a propaganda machine. And at the end of the day, not even a good one at that. Be accountable, Ragnar. Stop lying. Your lip service doesn't work with gamers. We aren't toxic. We love fantastic game experiences. But gamers will always reject wholeheartedly thinly veiled propaganda that pretends to be a quote-unquote game. In reality, it's just a pathetic attempt at indoctrination, and gamers aren't having that. Anyways, I'm going to leave it there. If you guys want more information, check out SmashJT.com for the full article. It goes into a lot more detail. I even cover the Ragnar Tornquist and being a hardcore racist that I discovered in a previous video. That's covered as well in this article and references that one too if you want to deep dive this rabbit hole. It goes really far. If you appreciate what I'm doing, hit that join button. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, you stay smashing.
And when you think, which I didn't know, that they had government money, taxpayer money. That's why the fucking developers don't give a shit, because they've had their money up front. That screams big agenda. That screams big agenda. Always remember, Ubisoft logo. Always remember. And I'm new to YouTube. Just got 2 videos now. I'm gonna work on one now and get it out there. Hopefully get more subscribers and we get some stuff rolling. But I'm gonna try to be consistent with it. Try to do it daily. And yeah, fathers. That's about it. In the end of the day, father, remember, Ubisoft is a pile of shit. Look at that. Look at that. That's a poo. That's a poo. That's exactly what that is. It's a poo. It's poo. It actually is poo. They've been saying it's poo. It is poo. But until next time, fathers, have a good one. I'll see you soon, fathers. Take care for now. Ta-ra for now.